Hi guys, my name is Chidexi and welcome to another episode on the Truth Podcast. The topic of today is never allow life to defeat you. Yes. Even before we started this podcast, it was a lot. Like we struggled. But I always know that whenever the devil is fighting for me not to do a topic or for me to just be frustrated with shooting, I know that that episode is for somebody. So if you're here and this is for you, congratulations. I did not give up. So I chose this topic because sometimes we go through a lot of things in life and we give up. Let me say this: life respects the hungry. Life respects people that are hungry, hungry to live, hungry to make it, hungry to succeed, hungry to become more, hungry to be better. Life respects people that earn and yearn to become more. Life usually respects the hungry. If you are hungry, that means you have no limit. There's no limit to what you can do to achieve your goal. If you allow life to throw anything at you, life is brutal. It can throw whatever at you. You just have to tell yourself, you know what? Not today. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. And that's why so many people say, oh, the universe, it gives this. I don't know if I believe in the universe, but I believe in God. And that's how God is as well. If you say you are not going to give up, it will be like, I like this one. I'll work with this one. Let me see how this one can, make me proud. So let's just dive into it. Okay, let me use myself. Recently, I got tired. Recently, I overworked myself. I got into what I'll call a mental breakdown. And not because I was sick or going through anything, it was just because I overworked myself. I placed some unrealistic goals for myself and I was under pressure to achieve those. So I overworked myself and then I broke down. And what I did was I was just sleeping and eating and sleeping and eating and seeing movie and time was just passing and I was okay with that. So many people would just, you know, they'll settle for that. They'll settle for, oh, you have a business, just don't kill yourself. Just sleep, eat, wake up, watch movie. Some people would just settle for that. But one day I stood up and I told myself, I'm getting lazy. Am I going to allow life just give me? Am I going to just accept whatever life is giving me? Or I'm going to wake up and reschedule my life and reprogram and replan my life. Now I want to go back to the gym. I want to start waking early. All the things I have drafted that I would do, yes, it might be a little bit overwhelming. But guess what? I will not try to do everything at the same time anymore. What made me, you know, pack up was because I was trying to do so many things at the same time. So now, in the period of my break, what I learned is, you know what, one step at a time. Get a goal, smash it before you enter the next goal. But over here, we ain't giving up. As in, there's no room for giving up. I know that so many people might get to that point and they'll be like, you know what, I'm even okay, I'm trying. And they just accept life. Let me get deeper. This is just surface. Are you ready for deep talk? I know you must have had it rough. Maybe you came from a home where you don't know why everyone is speaking on you. Why you? Why you? You don't even feel as much love as your siblings feel because you feel like they would always pick every other person before you. You feel like even if something happens at home, every other person is right, but nobody believes you. And you carry that same thing. I don't want to call it spirit, but that same thing just follows you to even your workplace. Anything that happens, they presume it's you. Even in relationships, you just feel like, oh, you're not lucky. I just want to tell you that you're not going to allow life throw dust on you and you'll be okay and comfortable with being a dustbin. You're not going to allow that. You see, when life throw lemons on you, you squeeze it, baby, and make a lemonade out of it. I know it sounds so sweet. It sounds very motivational quote kind of thing, but let's break it down, right? So many times life doesn't really go the way we plan it to go. And let me say this, if your life has gone just the way you drafted it from your childhood till now, please, it's time to exit this video. It is not for you. This video is not for you. Now I want to talk to the people that their life did not really go the way they presume it to go, the way they wrote in their paper that it should go, the way they expected it to go. If your life did not is not going the way you have drafted it to go, this video is for you. I come close. The fact that life is not going the way we have planned it doesn't mean we will settle for what life is giving us. At a point in your life, you should be hungry enough to say no. Be hungry enough to say, you know what? No. My biggest superpower is the fact that I'm stubborn. I'm very stubborn in a very good way. In a way that when I set a goal, when I set a goal, the only thing it would take is delay. But me, I would get it. I remember how many times I tried to move my business to Lekki. The first one I paid. I did renovation. I spent money. I did lighting. I spent millions. And they said no and refunded me only my rent. They didn't give me my agency. They didn't give me my caution. They didn't give me my legal. They didn't give me all the money I spent to renovate it, painting, lighting, so many things, demarcations. I broke down. In fact, I went home and I said, I want to relocate. I said I wanted to relocate. I went to my school. I got my transcript. I started applying to go and do my master's so that I can leave Nigeria because I got tired. I got all my transcript. I got everything. But God told me that, are you sure you're making the right decision, or you just want to leave because you're angry? And I reevaluated my thoughts, and I realized that I didn't have any concrete plan. That if I need to go, there should be a concrete reason and a concrete plan. I got depressed at the time because why? I already wanted this branch. It wasn't even moving. It was just a branch. I'd already advertised it. But after I threw myself on the floor and allow things and people to trample on me, I tapped myself and said, you know what? You're not going to accept what life is throwing at you. You're going to stand up and you're going to fight back. And I stood up. And let me not lie, I didn't fight back immediately. It took me about 10 months. That happened February. That very same year, November, I got a bigger and a better place. So I went back into my hiding. I did my research. I did my savings. Whatever it took. I got back my strength, got back my mental health and capacity, built myself, and I went again. But this time, I went with the notion of, you know what? Throw whatever you want to throw on me. I'm moving in. People that are getting what they want, they don't have two heads. I would get what I want. And this is my own story. So many other people would leave. But I refuse for life to just throw me to wherever it deems fit just because of I am angry. I fought. And I don't regret staying. I don't regret fighting. I have a lot I have built here. If I want to leave, I leave for a more solid and concrete reason. Talking about school that I would not even use the certificate. I know I would go back to school for my master's, but not angrily, not impromptu. So I just want to talk to you right now. I don't know how life has disorganized your plan, but the thing about life is that you are too powerful. Guess why? Because you are the CEO of your life. You have the right to fire, to hire, to put anyone you want at the back seat. You have the right to cut access from anybody and to anybody. If you know just how powerful you are, you won't let life toss you around like a ball. It's okay to go back to your drawing board. It's okay to go back to your drawing board and redraw and go back to your map and check if there are alternative routes since the one you wanted is a no-go area. There's always alternative routes. If you use Google, you know what I mean. It's okay to go back. If you are not a CEO of any business, congratulations, because you've already started one business right from when you were born. Because immediately you were born, you are the CEO of your life. God is just what? The managing director. You are the CEO. Your choice is final. Nobody can influence your choice except you want them to. Except you're a kid. If you're above 18, nobody can really influence your choice. Even God might give us hints on with dreams and the rest, but it's still your choice. You are still the CEO. Your choice is still final. I'm urging you right now to go back to your drawing board and put your feet down, stamp your feet down, and say, you know what? No, I'm not going to take this. No. Life, I see you. I know you've thrown so many dirt on me. You've thrown so many shit on me. You've thrown a lot of things on me. I see you. Now, let's not say that I did not recognize all you've thrown on me and you've thrown at me. But in this minute, I say no. And immediately you stamp your feet and say no. Life respects you. Life respects the hungry. Life respects the hungry. Life respects the hungry. By the time you're hungry for a better life, you're hungry for whatever fulfillment means to you. At the time you get hungry and stamp your feet and say, no, I'm not going to do it this way. And I'm not going to let you choose for me. I will choose how I want my life to be because I am the CEO of my life. You know what life does? It salutes you and step aside because now you're in charge. Yes, what life does is to bring difficulties to your side and to your way so you can give up. But once you don't give up, that is the beginning of your life. So I'm here to say, to be honest, I don't care what life has done to you, but I want you to start seeing life this way. Life did not happen to me. Life happened for me. If you can think about it, everything that has happened has brought you to another level of another thing. The way I see life is that life did not happen to me. Life happened for me. Everything that has happened to me did not happen to me. It happened for me. Everyone that's everyone that has ever betrayed me did not just betray me because they want they yeah they did betray me, but their betrayal created a path for me either to open up my eyes or created a path for me to become even more. So when you start seeing life, that life did not happen to you, it happened for you. It's another perspective of life that only the strong adapt. And once you adapt that, you begin to move on even stronger. All right. I know the reason why I had to tell a short background story of my life before saying all this is so that you know that it's not a fairy tale. So that you know I'm not just another motivational speaker. I don't even want to be a motivational speaker. I'm just here to encourage you because life be living. You know what I mean? Life can live you, and you'll be like, you know what? Okay, when are we going? I want to go to heaven. I'm tired. Don't let life push you to that point. All right. Take control of your life. Take charge of your life. You are the CEO. You are the managing director. You are the what? The principal of your life. By the time you start living your life by yourself, not the life your parents want you to live, not the life your spouse wants you to live, the life you want to live, because you are the CEO of your life. You make decisions, you take choices, you fire, you promote, you what? You get out. Anybody that wants to, you know how when you're a CEO of a company, you have the optimum, maximum, uh, right to fire whoever is misbehaving. That is how it is. There are some people you'll be like, okay, you know what? I kept you in this place for so long, and you have proven that you are loyal, you trustworthy. You know what? Let me bring it forward. You are the CEO of your life. Fire, hire, replace, sack, whatever you want to do with people in your life. In your life, your own space, you have the right in your life. You don't have the right in another person's life, but in your life, you have the right. You wonder why the same people, this, sorry, you wonder why the same person treats two different people differently. The same person treats two people differently is because of each person's value and principle. You know, our value as a CEO, your value is different. You decide how you want to run your company, you decide the principle that governs your company. That's how we are as human beings. Because I'm the CEO of my life, I decide the kind of value. Even though the value that my parents instilled in me, kind of helped me to also boost the kind of value I want as a person, I have the right to say, these are my values, these are my principles. The next person has the same right. And that's why you see, a man can be in a relationship with Cynthia and be beating her up and be very stingy towards her and be spiteful towards her and just treat her anyhow. And the same man can meet Mercy and be an angel and give her so much money and respect her and never hit her, never shout at her, and you know, treat her like a queen. So the difference is your principle, your value. You accepted it and it went on. Mercy refused for him to beat her, for him to shout at her, for him to bully her, for him to embarrass her, for him to be stingy towards her. And like I said, life respects the hungry and the principled people. And the same man that treated Cynthia like trash treated Mercy as a queen, because Mercy Mercy's value and principle towards her life, her business, her life is her business, is different from how Cynthia value and principle is. I think I have tried to, express it the way I can. When I tell people, I just tell people that I've built such a strong personality. I've built such a strong principle that governs my life and value that governs my life. That there's no way I love you that will make me hate myself. There's no way I cannot love you more than I love me. And in the way I love me, and the principle that governs me is that you don't beat me, you don't hit me, you don't embarrass me, you don't you don't treat me like trash. So if you come and you bring those qualities, I'm sorry, I can't even fall in love with you. But if Cynthia can fall in love with somebody like that, that's your principle. I don't judge you. But Messi said no, and it changed. And that's what I'm talking about with life. You are what? The CEO of your venture. All right? You're the CEO of your venture. So you have the right to hire, fire, replace, whatever you want to do. It's you. And whenever you feel like you don't have the right over your life, life is taking a toll on you. Yeah. And that's the point you tell life. No. Because right from when I was born, the responsibility of me was already handed over to me. Yes, I had a guardian that showed me, guarded me, nurtured me till I got to the point where I can now handle my business, which is me. But the responsibility of handling my business was already given to me right from when I was born. I don't know if that makes sense. So, whenever you are now an adult, ripe enough to handle your business, which is you, and you discover that someone else is running your business for you, it's illegal. Yeah. And that's why, as parents, you teach your children how to have values and principles so that when they get to the age where they can now handle their business, they don't need anybody to run their business for them, which is their life. The only person they now seek rather, is God, who has what entrusted this business to them. It's just to, you know, check in with God if they are handling it in the right way. There are some things that I want to do, but my spirit doesn't permit it. My value doesn't permit it. My principle doesn't permit me. Even if I try, I always just have what? Guilty conscience, because that's not who I am. Let me not go off point. So, like I was saying, if life wanna throw shit on you, if life wanna throw death on you, I know, I know we take it. I wouldn't sit here and tell you, oh, don't take it. Sometimes it comes really unaware. Yeah. Take it for the first few times. But the day you decide to say, no, I'm not taking it anymore, that day life respects you and get out of your way. So you can go and become who you want to be and who God has called you to be. Now I understand why it was so difficult shooting this. Because I mean, somebody needed to hear this. Even me talking about it right now, and I'm just saying things that makes me feel like, you know what? What? I am the CEO of my life. Now I'm going to handle this business differently. All right. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Thank you so much for watching till this point. And girl, guys, men, women, get up and move. Enough of collecting the dirt. Enough of collecting the dirt life is throwing at you. You are not a dustbin. Stand up, clean yourself up, and move. Do not forget, life respects the hungry. See you on the next episode. You know I love you so much. Please follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, even on website at The Truth Podcast. On our website is www.thetruthpod.com. On those other platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, The Truth Pod. Yes, please watch, share, like, and comment. I love you so much. Have a nice day.